I believe there's magic in the air. It's the time of Imbolc here on the farm, and to me, it's a season, not just a day, something that unfolds over time. I've been watching the sun on the horizon, at least on the days I can see it. This is the calm before the earth wakes, painting the trees and the ground in vibrant green. I know she's about to wake because the hens are laying again. Merry meet, April here on Natural Witchery, Blessed Imbolc. I have several natural witchery practices for Imbolc. I thought I would share my recipes, ideas, and my personal traditions. There's an Imbolc page in my free learning library. You can access the library when you sign up for my newsletter below. Before we jump in, I just want to encourage you to connect with this time in your own way and to create traditions that are born naturally from the relationship that you have with this time. Look for the sparkles wherever they are and make the most of them. Magic is all around you and in you, and it's really about making that personal connection. I see Imbolc as a time that traditionally is of preparation. It's that liminal space between deep winter and spring. Imbolc translates to in the belly, and that's where the energies want to take us in the Northern Hemisphere right now, into a preparatory place. It's only natural that after the long days and months spent indoors, that this would be a time to cleanse. For me, this is a time to get the funk out of my house and also up off the land. One of the things that I regularly do is I make my own magical cleansing sprays. In this one, I'm using rosemary because she's a friend in my garden. I think it's best to use plant allies that you have a natural relationship with, that you've already developed as much as possible in your magical practice. Part of making something magical is in that connection, and I like to connect with the herb all the way through the process of crafting. I'm thankful to rosemary for her help and her protection. I added frankincense because it has a cleansing and sacred purifying aspect to it. And hyssop is a magical herb that I really relate to and have found works wonderfully for me as far as protection and cleansing, and even some psychic awareness there for me. You can craft your herbal room spray out of whatever has meaning to you, but in case you're interested in my recipe, you'll find that it is in the learning library on the Imbolc page. And just about every Sabbath, I like to pick a room to really focus on, to clean from kind of the ground up. And this year, I chose my bedroom. I felt like my nest wasn't very feathered anymore, and my room was no longer a place that I love to go to and be. Maybe you have a room in your home that you just want to give some love and spruce up. I also love to cleanse my home with smoke, and I replaced my wards. I took my old wards down and burned them outside. I created these fresh wards, keeping with my rosemary theme and adding salt to the mix. Wards protect your home, and I like to refresh mine regularly. If you're interested in creating your own natural wards, I'm going to have a video in February where I share all about natural witchery and warding and how to really get yourself into the headspace so you can create something that's very personal. Before the sun makes its debut and the pace of life quickens on the farm, the time of Imbolc is precious for personal self-care. Think about it. This is a time before the energy really picks up on the earth around us, and so it's a great time to really take that space for yourself. One of the ways that I like to deeply nurture myself during this time is in relaxing and cleansing salt baths. That is definitely at the top of my list, soaking in a hot bath. I like to create a luxurious ambiance with candles. Rose is a favorite friend and plant ally of mine, and I have dried rose petals that I collected during the summer. Sprinkling them in my bath is like a little wink to the sun whose arrival I'm awaiting. You can use Epsom salts alone, or you can make your own scented mixture. I like to take a bath a few times a week and reflect and relax. If you don't have a bathtub, then don't be bummed out. You can still make scented bath salts and use them to scrub your body in the shower. It's a wonderful way to do that salt bath and to neutralize the pH on your skin. That Imbolc page in my free learning library also has a recipe for a sugar scrub as well. For me, the Imbolc season is a chance for me to really tune into what feels natural for me and right, what feels magical, what feeds my soul, where I want to go and what I want to be during this time. It's a time for me to appreciate myself and kind of check into the stillness and promise that's crackling in the air. Gratitude is a wonderful practice. This time of year, diving into appreciating your life and yourself sow seeds in your deep mind that you will reap all year long. The weather is unpredictable here in Oregon, and there's so much to do on the days that allow. I like thinking of the Cailleach. The Cailleach is a Celtic goddess associated with winter. She's involved with the creation of the natural landscape. At this time of year, she appears in her crone form, controlling the coming and going of winter. It is said that the Cailleach collects the last of the wood for the winter on Imbolc. I will spend as much time as possible clearing the broken limbs from the farm, keeping those that can be used for wood next year and taking the rest to the burn pile. I like to reflect on what is passing away from me, making room for fresh life as I gather, store, and discard. Lastly, no surprise here, I will do a tarot and oracle card reading for Imbolc. I'll do that sometime during kind of the week of Imbolc, sort of from the 28th to the 5th, somewhere in there where I really feel the anticipation and that feeling of promise and hope. That's the time I'll break out and do that spread. You'll find this year's Imbolc spread in the Learning Library, and you can find a walkthrough of it and a how-to video over on my other channel, which is Tarot and Witchery. May your Imbolc refresh, renew, and awaken your soul with the promise of all you are and what's to come. Merry meet and merry part.